Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Michael here, Pokey Oz. Today I'm going to present you an opportunity, and that is an opportunity to make some money. This is, in my opinion, the best way to make money off sealed Pokemon card investing in 2024. Now, you might have different ideas, other people might have different ideas. This is my personal take on it. This is what I think is the best way to make money here in Pokemon card investing in 2024. And I'm going to show you some numbers. Before we do so, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you want to become a channel member, that'd be great. You can just join up through the homepage, and then you can shoot me some personalized messages on my email, and I'll get back to you in a timely manner. Anyway, back to the video topic. The best way to make money in 2024. And I've harped on about this before, but I haven't really gone into depth on how to make it work. I pretty much said my strategy for 2024 is to buy up sealed Sword and Shield booster boxes. And here's what I want to do. I'm going to start off with an example of Chilling Reign. So I'll bring Chilling Reign up on the screen here. And it was only 12 months ago, right, that you could log on to eBay Australia, for argument's sake, and you could go Chilling Reign booster box, price low to high, and you could find them hovering around 210, 220, 230 Australian dollars, depending on if there was a voucher attached, a discount attached, or sometimes what day of the week it is. Sometimes different stores would run specials. But what I'm getting at is a Chilling Reign booster box was sitting around, this is 12 months ago, around 220 Australian a box delivered. That works out to be probably, depending on exchange rate at the time, the Australian dollar and US dollars changed a little bit since then, but last year it was probably around about 130 to 135 US to pick up a Chilling Reign booster box. Okay, right now, as I'm scrolling through, and I've probably gone through a fair few on here for you, but you can see you cannot buy one cheaper than like 320 Australian dollars. So in the space of 12 months, the Chilling Reign booster box has gone up basically 100 Australian dollars. And the reason for that was because 12 months ago, when I started buying up Chilling Reign booster boxes, I noticed this exact trend. And this exact trend is that the floor of the market starts dropping off. And I've talked about this before. The supply is near dwindled. Yes, okay, I get it. Yes, the demand for these sets isn't what it used to be. Okay, people aren't buying, multiple boxes of Chilling Reign to rip it open anymore. Okay, its time in the sun's gone. It's not the flavor of the month. There's new sets out. There's English 151. Paradox Rift has just been. There's Paldean Fates out now. We've got the next new English set just around the corner, and that's where people's attention turns. That's where stores push. That's where marketing pushes. So the attention towards Chilling Reign has dropped, so demand's dropped, but people are still buying them. Okay, and if you look at the floor of the market 12 months ago was 220. Okay, then it was 230. And these boxes disappear from the market. Yes, sometimes they get replaced with new listings. I'm not saying once one sells, it'll never come back on for that price. But once the floor of the market starts wiping out, you start climbing up the ladder to new prices. And before you know it, the Chilling Reign box, 12 months later, gets the price we're sitting at. It's $100 dearer than what it was 12 months ago. So if you don't want to miss that opportunity with latter Sword and Shield sets while they're still cheap, then I'm sorry, but you're just going to miss the boat. And let's look at a few examples. These are all Australian prices, so sorry US viewers, but you could do the same. Like, you could look at the same cards and same boxes and same sets on US eBay and do it the same as I'm doing. All I've done is search for Fusion Strike booster box and go price low to high. That's all I've done. Pretty simple. And as you can see, the floor of the market is sitting at, what's the cheapest on there? 225 or something with no discount. Literally 2 weeks ago, you could buy this box for 195, 190. The floor of the market is already starting to move. And I'm not trying to pump these sets like, yes, of course I've got a position in all of them. I've got a position in all of Sword and Shield, but only because that's the tactic I believe is going to work and pay dividends in the next 12 months. This is the best way, in my opinion, to make money off sealed Pokemon investing or grow the capital in your collection and sealed collection over the next 12 months. The floor for Fusion Strike slowly starts to disappear as I'm scrolling through this list. And these aren't multiple listings. So this isn't a store with 25 boxes at $215 or $225 or multiple boxes at $240. These are like single listings and the occasional double listing, as in we've got 2 in stock. If we keep going through different sets, okay, I'm going to bring up Silver Tempest as another example. Same thing. Okay, the floor is somewhere around 220, 225, and before you know it, in Silver Tempest, Is it as good a set as Fusion Strike? Yes and no. It did also cop a reprint about 6 months ago, so you will still find some multiple listings of Silver Tempest. Would I focus more on that or Fusion Strike? I would focus more on Fusion Strike. The floor of Fusion Strike is going to disappear quicker because there's not multiple listings. If you look at Silver Tempest, there's still a few stores on there with 8 boxes or 11 boxes, and these are probably leftovers from that reprint that happened about 5 or 6 months ago last October. So before you know it though, Silver Tempest, its floor will also disappear. Another set, which is also a bit of a sleeper set, and I called this only 2 months ago when Astral Radiance was like 190 to 200 Australian dollars. I said, this is undervalued. It's cheap. It didn't cop a reprint in October like Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, and Scarlet Violet base did. It was still not reprinted, and it still hasn't been. And we're already sitting at the floor of probably 250 Australian now after 2 months. Like, this was literally, you could get it for 200 Australian 2 months ago, which was probably 125, 130 US. It's already climbing. Like, it's already at 250 base. And before we know it, and again, same thing, these aren't multiple listings. It's not a store with 15 Astral Radiance booster boxes for sale. These are individual or double listings, or sometimes maybe they might have 4 boxes at the very most, but these are dwindling. Before you know it, Astral Radiance, Silver Tempest, and of course Fusion Strike will be at the same place that Chilling Reign's at. It won't take long. This floor will get wiped out, and yes, like I said, some of those will be replaced with new listings, but the floor will be wiped out, and before we know it, we're going to have to pay $300 a box at a minimum Australian to get into. And by the way, US viewers, that's sort of 200 to 210 US. Before you know it, that's what we're going to have to pay to get a Fusion Strike booster box, to get an Astral Radiance booster box, to get a Silver Tempest booster box. And just to hammer home this point, it was only 2 months ago you could pick up Lost Origin in Australia for a similar sort of price that you could get Silver Tempest or Fusion Strike, about 220 Australian, which is about 140, 145 US. It's already pushing a starting point now. The cheapest one I can find on eBay is what, 280? Like, it's already flown up in the last 2 months. I'm not saying everyone's missed the boat already, but these are good Pokemon card sets, particularly Lost Origin. It's got one hell of a chase card in Giratina V. It's got a beautiful top 10 when you look at the top 10 hits inside the set. It's got an awesome trainer gallery. Okay, there's Pikachu VMAXs in there. There's Aerodactyl V, Alt Art. This is a really nice Pokemon card set, and it'll probably go down in history as the second or third best set from Sword and Shield, which was one hell of an incredible era. So I just want to hammer home the point. Before you know it, it'll be 400 Australian a box for Lost Origin, and you would have missed the boat at 280. You already probably felt you missed the boat when they were 220 2 months ago, because we should have bought more of them, or you should have bought more of them. Okay? This is the best way to make money on Pokemon card sealed products in 2024. Bar none that I can really think of. Vintage, okay, for those people talking modern versus vintage, of course, that's always an argument. Vintage is more volatile in my opinion. You need heaps of money to get into it if you want a vintage booster box. B, you run the risk of perhaps getting scammed. Do you want to pop the contents open to see if it's real? Of course you don't. You want to keep it sealed because that's what's going to hold its value. So you're really going to have to buy from a reputable source. And if you're buying from a reputable source, you're probably going to have to pay some sort of a premium to get that reputation locked away. So yes, you might turn a $9,000 booster box into a $13,000 booster box pretty quickly and make yourself $4,000, but you've got to invest more capital into it. What if you spent $9,000 on Fusion Strike booster boxes, for argument's sake? What if they go from 220 Australian to 320 Australian in 12 months? That's a 33% gain. So you would have turned your $9,000 into 13.5 grand pretty damn quickly. So you get what I'm saying. I think this is the best investment, bar none. I would love to hear your comments on it. If you agree with my thoughts, or if you disagree with my thoughts, of course, always happy to hear different opinions on it. But I think this is the best way to make money in 2024. I can guarantee you, and I don't guarantee much, but I can guarantee you in 12 months' time, you will not be able to buy a Lost Origin booster box for under 320 Australian. You will not be able to buy Fusion Strike for under 280 Australian. You will not be able to buy Silver Tempest for under 260, 270 Australian. And you will not be able to buy Lost Astral Radiance for under 300 Australian. Like, these boxes have got some growth to do. Like, they got 20, 25% in them, in my opinion, over the next 12 months. It'd be interesting to look back on this video in 12 months and either completely eat my words or completely say I told you so. Anyway, like I said at the start, I'm Michael, this is PokeOz, and I'll catch everyone next time.